again, everyone. I'm Nick Roberts, along with Mike Leake for American Cable Systems. And tonight, Mike, the Bellflower Buccaneers coming to tonight's ball game, coming off a very impressive 28-7 victory over Brethren. However, it was a very costly win in the way of the running back, Mike Choi.
Yes, that's right, Nick. Mike Choi was injured, hurt his knee. He underwent arthroscopic surgery. We don't know, but thoughts are he will be out for the season. And that will put tremendous toll on the two replacement running backs for Mike Choi, number 31, Paul Sin, and number 44, Thomas Mann. And of course, it will put pressure on number 20, Sean Jones, the star tailback.
Now for Duarte, they come into tonight's ball game 0-4. They're coming off last week's loss to John Glenn, 28-18. And of course, for both teams, the last preseason game to work out any bugs. And both ball clubs will be looking for their for a victory tonight. Right now, we're going to step aside. But when we come back, we'll have the opening kickoff and the starting lineups between Duarte and Bellflower coming up right after these messages. Back deep for the Bellflower, for the Duarte Eagles rather, will be Gary Hall, number 5, and let's see, Ray McGee also number 4. So they'll be bringing the ball back for the Falcons. Man is all set. The Falcons are all set. Dave Brown's ball club against Joe Ballard's squad from Duarte, California. And we're ready to begin the last preseason game of 1987. A short kick. Takes a bounce, and it'll be Hall at the 15. Hit and brought down at the 19-yard line, so that's where Duarte will put it in play. First down and 10. Here's Duarte's offense for you. Mike Fernandez, their QB. 3 touchdown passes on the year for 1987. And there's the front line. You want to keep an eye on number 52, Leslie Strickland, 6'4", 320 pounds. Yes, that's right, 320. The Bellflower defense has their work cut out for them. First down and 10. The ball at the Bellflower at the Duarte 20-yard line. The give goes to Hall, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be second down and 10. For the Bellflower Buccaneers, this is how they will be looking defensively. On the front line, it'll be, well, that's the secondary. Change there will be Paul Sin and Sean Thompson, Mike Choi out. And so will be, and for Choi's replacement will be Thompson. Second and 10. Fernandez in trouble, looking, now goes back the other side of the field and gets across the 35-yard line down to the 37. A 17-yard pickup and a first down for the Duarte Falcons. So let's go over the Bellflower defense once again. The front line will be of Holman, Harvey, Casper, Lucero. The linebackers, Sin, Thompson, McPherson, and Mann, and the secondary of Lazard, Bryant, and Comer. First down and 10. Just over a minute and a half played here in the first quarter. The give goes to Hall. Breaks a tackle, gets into the secondary, and he is gone. He'll go 63 yards for the touchdown. He went right up the gut, broke a couple of key tackles, and he was history. 6-0 Duarte.
Nick, Coach Brown told me today that's the thing he'd like to see stop. He says his defense has performed well, but then you look up and the other team has run off a big play, and that's exactly what Coach Brown wanted to stop.
It'll be Danny Ramirez, number 32, coming in to attempt the extra point. 6-0, just like that, with 10:34 here in the first quarter.
Sounds like the same thing as Brethren.
Same thing happened because Robert Traylor, that big scamper last week from 66 yards out. Mike Fernandez will hold the ball. Colette will snap it. The kick by Ramirez is good, and so timeout on the field. 10:34 remaining here in the first quarter. The score, the Duarte Falcons 7 and the Bellflower Buccaneers 0. deja vu here a week ago. Robert Traylor. Points after that.
Coach Brown's got to be hoping he'll get the same kind of play from Bellflower this week.
Ramirez gaining, ready to kick off. Ross and Lazard standing back at their own 9-yard line. Low line drive taken by Sin. Hit and brought down at the 31-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Robert Sharon in there. Mike Choi will not be at the fullback position. It'll be Paul Sin or Thomas Mann. Right now I think it will be Sin. We'll wait and see. And of course the big front line for the Buccaneers. 1st down and 10. The ball spotted at the 31-yard line of Bellflower. Lazard and Thomas will go split to the right side. And it'll be Paul Sin in at the fullback position. Sharon to put it up on 1st down. Pressured and dropped. Back at the 26-yard line. And the man responsible, Gordon Marino, number 66. As you see, the front line of the Duarte Ball Club. Keep an eye on Chris Shelton tonight. And there's the linebacking core in the secondary. They'll come out of the 5-2 Okie defense or a 4-3 set. 2nd down and 15. Give goes to Jones. Hit right at the line of scrimmage by Chris Shelton, number 55, so no gain, and it'll be 3rd down and 15. That's going to be one of the disadvantages of not having Mike Choi, his strong running ability to be able to bang away at the underbelly of the defense.
Yeah, against Trabuco Hills when Mike Choi didn't play because of the flu, that was another problem. That was Sean Jones' worst ground game of the year, only 98 yards. But Coach Brown says he was impressed with his inside running last week.
3rd and 15, just under 9 minutes here in the 1st quarter. 7-0 Duarte. Jones picks up 5 as he gets out to the 32-yard line. And so it'll be 4th down, and out will come Thomas Mann and the punting unit.
Bellflower showing pass right away, kind of a surprise for me from J.E. Brown, because he said right now they're working just to perfect what they do well. And of course, anyone who knows Bellflower football knows that's the run.
Ray McGee dropping back, standing at his own 35-yard line. Thomas Mann to punt the ball away. Snapping it will be Carr. And it's partially blocked. And there's a flag down. It'll be roughing the kicker. It was Chris Shelton blasting in there right up the middle. And he got a hold of Thomas Mann. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Buccaneers, and a big mistake for Duarte.
I don't understand that. From what I've always learned, if the ball is blocked, the kicker can be hit. That's the rule I've always seen. So maybe the ball wasn't blocked; it was just shanked off of Thomas Mann's foot.
It's hard to tell, but we're up here, and the referee was right down there on it.
Maybe the ruling is different in high school football. I don't know.
I think it's always been if the leg is on its downward plight, then it is not a roughing the kicker penalty. And I think in this case it was going up when he got hit. So a 15-yard penalty, that will move the ball to the Bellflower 46-yard line. 1st down and 10, the Buccaneers getting another shot at it. Ross and Lazard again split to the bottom of your screen. Sean Jones turns the corner and wrapped up by Brian Fritz, number 2, as he crosses midfield and gets down to the 47-yard line.
Nice run by Jones. He was able to turn the corner right away, whereas on the defense, you're going to try and extend that corner as far out to the sideline so that the running back could not turn the corner, but Jones got around the corner right away and made a good gain out of it.
It'll be 2nd down and 4 after the 6-yard pickup by Sean Jones. Billy Thomas goes wide right. Ross comes wide left. Robert Sharon calls the signals. Going to put it up. Throws it over the head of Billy Thomas. He was open at the 34-yard line. But Sharon was being pressured, covering over there number 4, Ray McGee for the Falcons.
On that play, it looked like the Falcons were ready to put a lot of pressure up front because it seemed they have 5 linebackers in the game, not expecting Bellflower to be effective on the pass and looking for the run, which has always been a Buccaneer trademark.
One of the officials thought there might have been a penalty, and he started to move the ball back. There they go. 3rd down and 4. Sean Jones stacked up, and it doesn't look like he'll get near the first down. He had to get to about the 44-yard line, and he'll be stopped way short of that. So it'll be 4th down and 2. In there on the stop, Mike Armstrong, number 42, the defensive end.
Looks like Jones had a little bit of a hole there, but Armstrong quickly filled it and made a nice stop on the play.
And look again for Chris Shelton. Let's see if the Bellflower line can't stop him this time. Give Mann a little time. Mann will stand on his own 42-yard line. Ray McGee drops back. Gets it away. McGee retreating, and will take a Bellflower bounce and roll out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So a nice punt by Thomas Mann. That puts the Falcons in a hole, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Falcons from their own 10-yard line.
Looked like Bellflower made an adjustment on that play, and they set up three men about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Usually you see 2, but after that first penetration by Shelton, they may have put a 3rd man in there for extra support.
They're going to go ahead and spot the ball at the 11 of Duarte. So Mike Fernandez leads the offensive unit back on the field. First down and 10. Ramirez and Hall in there at the running back position. There's Hall. Hit and stacked up at the line. May have gotten a yard. And it'll be 2nd down and 9. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. If Bellflower can come up with a couple more plays like that, keep Duarte back in this field position, Bellflower can get some good field position out of it. We've seen that's been a key in a couple of the Bellflower games, not being able to get good enough field position to sustain a long march.
Philip Collins comes to the near side. Give goes to Ramirez right up the middle. And Danny gets to the 15-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Falcons. So that front line for the Buccaneers has really been playing very well. Every game they've been improving. With Holman and Harvey and Casper and Lucero, they were really banging heads last week against Brethren. Looking to stop the Falcons here. 3rd down and 6. Pitch goes to Hall. Thomas Mann can't get him. Hall turns the corner. And finally, it's Robick McPherson riding him out of bounds. But not before he picked up the 1st down at the 23-yard line. So an 8-yard pickup. It'll be 1st down and 10 Duarte from their own 3.
That was a nice run. Another sweep play. Bellflower tried to extend it, but he put a nice forearm on Thomas Mann and got around that corner. Good run.
Five minutes, 3 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Duarte scoring on their opening possession, a 67-yard run by Gary Hall, and it's 7-0 Falcons. 1st and 10. Hall, given on the reverse, goes to Pearson. And it doesn't fool the Buccaneers at all. Robick McPherson over there along with Thomas Mann. And the first man in there to make the stop, Jason Coop, number 84, the 5'9", 180-pound senior.
That is a play I probably would have called because we've seen in other games where Bellflower has had a problem with over-pursuing and a runner will cut back and get good yardage. but Bellflower saw it all the way and made a nice stop on the play.
Loss of 4 on the reverse. Gary Hall wrapped up immediately. Robick McPherson, he has really been penetrating that offensive line of Duarte, and he brings them down at about the 17, call it the 18-yard line.
McPherson there looks to be a good one. In Bellflower's first game of the year, McPherson's first game starting, he made the coveted Mad Dog Club with 35 defensive points, so we should be looking for him to be some good play on defense.
3rd and 15. Fernandez to put it up. Looking. And completes it to Robles. And he fumbled the football, but it went out of bounds at the 25-yard line, so it remains Falcons football. And it'll be a 4th down situation.
Nice catch by Robles. Tight end seems to be one of the favorite receivers of Mike Fernandez. He already has 2 of Fernandez's 3 touchdown receptions. Robles fell down on the play. Otherwise, he may have been able to turn upfield and get even better yardage than the pass provided.
Chris Moten and Kevin Lazard going back along with Richard Bryant as Nathan Collins, number 44, comes in to do the punting. Low line drive. Squibbler takes a Duarte bounce, rolls inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. So the Buccaneers will put it in play there. 1st down and 10 with 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and the Buccaneers trailing 7-0. Next week, of course, the big one, opening up of league season, La Mirada, but more importantly, homecoming.
It seems La Mirada's always been a powerhouse, and it seems Bellflower always manages to get homecoming against the powerhouses in the league. I don't know.
And they always play
how they
well.
Planned it.
1st down and 10, Buccaneers from their own 33. Duarte in that Okie D. Here's Jones. Trying to get around the corner, finally does, and he's knocked out of bounds. They're going to spot the ball just shy of the 39-yard line.
Key play on sweeps for the defense is for the defensive back, the cornerback on that side, to make sure he gets outside containment on the running back. But on that play, Paul Sitton made a nice block on number 42, Mike Armstrong, that freed Sean Jones.
Lazard to the near side, Bryant to the far side. And now a penalty signaled against Duarte. And it's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty initially signaled by the referees. And that'll back them up 15. We saw a lot of that last week, and those are the kind of penalties that a coach would not like to see. A holding, okay, maybe. But when you have those 15-yarders, boy, that really hurts.
That could really kill a defense, because you think you've got them backed up, then they have a 1st down.
So that moves the ball to the 46-yard line of Duarte. 1st down and 10, Buccaneers. Duarte showing blitz. Sin keeps it, and he'll get to the 43-yard line. A 3-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd and 7.
Not a bad run by Sin. Of course, he has some very big shoes to fill with Mike Choi. Coach Brown said could be out for maybe just 2 weeks, but there's a probability it'll probably be all year.
Sinton Ross checks into the ball game for the Buccaneers. He'll be at one wide receiver spot along with Kevin Lazard. Again, an I formation for the Buccaneers. 2nd and 7. 2.5 minutes left to go, first quarter. Sharon on the play action. Tipped and incomplete. It was intended for Kevin Lazard. Randy Mora got a hand on it and deflected it incomplete. You know, you talked about Robert McPherson getting into the Mad Dog Club back against Mary Star in the very first ball game of the year. And of course, last week, Billy Thomas, what a performance. He also made the Mad Dog Club, also was named MVP with 3 interceptions, and one of them came so close to a touchdown.
Officials are stopping the clock for a second. They're discussing it. Also, another note on Thomas. He leads the Los Angeles Times Southeastern section in interceptions with 5. So that's a nice note to have for Thomas. And he's a senior this year, and I don't know if he's looking for other play. He's kind of small, but we may see him in college.
3rd and 6. Here's Sean Jones around the corner, tripped up and brought down on a nice open field tackle there by Mike Armstrong. As Jones cut back to his right, Mike sort of got in an awkward position, but managed to get a hand around Jones's ankle and tripped him up at the 40-yard line. So it'll be 4th down and 3, and so it'll be a punting situation maybe for the Buccaneers.
Thomas Mann is standing on the sidelines, so it looks like we're going to go for it.
And Brown decides to go for it. 4th down and 3, just under 2 minutes left, and a big play here for the Buccaneers early. Sean Jones, he's got some blocking, and he came very close. It all depends upon the spot of the football, and we'll just have to wait and see where the officials put it.
Once again, Paulson made a nice block on Mike Armstrong, but Chris Shelton was also out there on the nice pursuit to bring him down.
It looks like a 1st down from here. At least the way the officials have the spot. If we can get a shot of the ball over on the far sideline.
Oh, penalty marker holding against Bellflower.
And that'll hurt him. We talked about the penalty of just a few moments ago, hurting Dwarty, and of course they've been hurting Bellflower all season long.
Over 100 yards in penalties last week. The penalties have really probably got Coach Brown upset.
For Sean Jones tonight, he is of course looking to get around or surpass the 100-yard mark. So far tonight, 22 yards for Sean Jones, the 6-foot junior. So that'll back him up, and it'll be 4th down and 18 on the 15-yard penalty. So Thomas Mann now will come in to punt the football away, and Ray McGee, number 4, drops back for the Falcons. The Falcons put 8 men on the line. Now they drop back a couple of high snap. Man handles it and spirals it around the 35-yard line, and they'll spot it at the 34. Let's check it. It'll be 1st down and 10, Dwarty, from their own 38-yard line. Talked to Joe Ballard earlier in the week. He had seen the Bellflower tapes. He said that he knows they have a very good running game, and he wants to contain them, and he wants to keep Sharon from rolling out of the pocket, which we have seen him do a couple of times tonight. And the give goes to Ramirez, gets to the outside, and he is hit over on the far sideline. Sinton Ross really hitting him at the 50-yard line. There's a penalty flag on the field, so hold everything. And a holding violation against Dwarty, so that nullifies the run by Ramirez. But going back to Ballard, that's what he wants to do on defense. On offense, I asked him about what is he going to do. Is he going to stay on the ground with Hall and Shelton? He says, well, the run will dictate how the passing game will go. If they run well, they're going to throw in some passing, try to confuse Bellflower. Fernandez has a pretty good arm. 3 touchdowns this year, 2 of them to the tight end, number 83, David Robles.
Coach Brown said he was worried about Ramirez. He says he's a big runner, 200 pounds, and said he was one of the keys to look for today.
Fernandez in trouble. Sean Thompson brings him down way back at the 25-yard line.
Thompson was blitzing on that play from his linebacker position. Got back there quick and just ran down Fernandez, excuse me.
That's a big play, and that's what you like to see a defense do. And so that'll really put Duarte into a hole. 2nd down and 22 from their own 25-yard line. Clock under a minute here in the first quarter. Fernandez in trouble. Looking, completes it. And down to the 30-yard line, and there tonight is our Mr. X of the ball game, number 22. We have had all kinds of changes in the roster, and so whoever number 22 is, write in, let us know.
Fine reception there.
And as a prize, you'll get our personal gratification.
A pat on the back.
It's going to be one of those nights, can't you tell? 2 seconds left. There you go. 1 quarter is over. We move into the second, and we'll begin another 12 minutes of play. The score, Duarte 7, Bellflower nothing. Welcome back. Third ball at their own 30-yard line. Pitch goes to Hall. McPherson hits him along with several players. And a good second effort by Hall gets him across the line of scrimmage to the 32-yard line. But it'll still be way short of the first down, and they'll have to punt it away. Anthony Fields, our mystery man tonight.
Well, it was a nice reception by Fields.
Going back, Kevin Lazard along with Chris Moten. They're back on their own 30-yard line. As the punter will be Nathan Collins. Good snap. Check it, it's Robles punting the football. And it'll be Moten from the 31. A flag is down. And Moten's brought down at the 38, but there is a penalty back at the 30-yard line. And it'll be against the Duarte Falcons.
Illegal motion. I think it's a call.
So Bellflower's in good shape no matter what. So Bellflower decides to keep the football instead of having them repunt it. And they'll spot the ball at the 40, we'll check at the 38-yard line of Bellflower. So Robert Sharon and company head back out. And now there seems to be some confusion whether they want to re-kick it, and now they decide to punt it over again. As Coach Brown tries to better his field position. So Moten goes back out with Lazard. As the football is placed at the 27 of Duarte, and will remain 4th down. Seems every game Bellflower getting in better and better field position to start a series. And I think once the passing game comes along, they'll be tough.
Yeah, if Bellflower can get some good passing in and sustain a drive, I think they'll be scoring. Coach Brown says he would like, as one of his goals, to score 4 touchdowns this game.
So Robles again back to punt, standing at his own 16-yard line. A line drive.